Have you ever met someone who seems mature, almost too mature for their age? Like they always know what to say, how to act, how to handle situations? But at the same time, there's something a little different about them, almost like they skipped a few chapters of childhood. Psychologically, that often happens when someone had to grow up too fast. These are the kids who didn't always get to just be kids. Maybe they had responsibilities early on. Maybe they had to take care of others, manage emotions around them, or deal with situations most children never even think about. So instead of learning how to play, they learned how to cope. One of the biggest traits they develop is emotional awareness. They become very good at reading people. They can sense tension in a room before anyone says a word. They notice small changes in tone, mood, and behavior. It's like their brain is always scanning for what could go wrong, which sounds like a superpower until you realize it can also be exhausting. Another thing is independence. These people often struggle to rely on others, not because they don't want to, but because they're used to handling everything themselves. Asking for help can feel uncomfortable, almost unnatural. It's like their brain says, "We've handled things alone before, we'll do it again." There's also a strong sense of responsibility. Even in situations where it's not their job, they feel like it is. They might take on emotional burdens that don't belong to them, just because they've been doing it for so long. You know that friend who somehow becomes everyone's therapist without applying for the job? Yeah, that's them. But here's something people don't always see. Behind that maturity, there's often a part of them that never really got to relax. They might struggle with overthinking. They might find it hard to switch off. Even in calm moments, their mind can still be alert, like it's waiting for the next problem to solve. And sometimes they don't even realize they're doing it. Now here's the interesting part. Even though they grew up fast, many of them still carry a quiet desire to experience the things they missed, to be a little carefree, to not have everything figured out all the time. And when they finally allow themselves to do that, it feels unfamiliar but also freeing. So if you're someone who had to grow up too fast, there's nothing wrong with being strong, responsible, and aware. Those traits came from somewhere, but you're also allowed to slow down. You're allowed to not have all the answers. And you're definitely allowed to experience the kind of peace that didn't always exist before. Because growing up fast might have shaped you, but it doesn't have to define you forever.